Hello, good morning students. I am Kanti sir for mathematics in 10th English medium. We are at last this point. On page number 47, I just given you note that you should remember. According to appropriate conditions, how line will be obtained. Without drawing actual graph, you can know priorly what types of line you will have. If this condition is satisfied, then line will be intersect, means they intersect at one point only. If this condition is satisfied, means all three ratios are equal, then lines are coincident, means one over other, means totally one line only. They overlap. If this condition satisfied, first two ratios are equal and third one is unequal, then parallel lines, they never intersect. Okay. Now, few new words are given in question number 3. Look at question number 3 of 3.2. Exercise 3.2. Question number 3. Look at what is given. It is given that according to 3 ratio, find whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. According to this condition, we have to give answer in not these words, but whether they are consistent or inconsistent. So now what is means by consistent or inconsistent? Consistent means they intersect, and non-consistent means not intersect. Okay. So if first two conditions, either first or two, then we can say consistent. Why? Because we are getting intersecting point solution. So we got here one solution, here many solutions, infinite solution. But getting solution that okay. But we are not getting any equation. Why? Lines are parallel, so they never intersect. So this is inconsistent. Okay. So if you want, you can write this as at page number 47 also. First two are consistent and third one is inconsistent. Okay. So according to me, just write down there so that you can remember it. What is the meaning of these words? Consistent means solution is there, intersection point is there, either one or many. And inconsistent means no solution, no intersection point. Okay. So now give answer according to that way. First or second is satisfied, then give consistent. If third one is there, give inconsistent. Okay, so again same method. Look at first one. First, 3x plus 2y equal to 5, but I just write in standard form. Okay, we have to always write that equation in standard form, then only compare. Second, 2x minus 3y minus 7 equal to 0. I shifted 7 and I left side. If you not shift, then also answer will be right. But if one is at left side, one number is left side and one at right side, then it will create problem. So it is our practice to write first of all both equation in standard form. Okay. Now write a1 upon a2 equal to 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Okay, equations I again repeat. 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. 2x minus 3y equal to minus 5 by 7. Okay. Now, b1 upon b2. 2 upon minus 3. c1 upon c2. Minus 5 upon minus 7. But it becomes 5 by 7. Okay. So we get first 3 by 2. Second 2 by minus 3. And third 5 by 7. Simplify if anything is possible. Obviously, first two are unequal, right now. Look here. 3 by 2. This is 2 by 3 and minus. So if first two are unequal, then no need to look at third ratio. Okay. So just write down a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Okay. So first is applied. But don't give this answer. Give this answer. Okay. So write down according to their statement what they are asking, whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent. So write down given pair of linear equations Okay, is consistent, pair is consistent. Okay, not equations are consistent, pair is consistent. Given pair of linear equation is consistent. Okay, so you understand here also. You just remember, just look at this condition, remember it, learn it. According to that only give answer. Process will be same only, get every time all three raised to its simplest form. And look at here, out of three, which one is possible, and accordingly give your answer. Okay, so that is very simple. Now look at number 2. Okay, here first two are different, unequal. So according to first one, I give an answer consistent. Okay. Now look at second. 3 second. 2x minus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. 4x minus 6y minus 9 equal to 0. Okay. Again, write down it. A1 upon A2 is equal to 2 upon 4 equal to 1 by 2. Simplify. B1 upon B2 equal to minus 3 upon minus 6 equal to also 1 by 2. Why? Minus minus plus, and 3 by 6 multiplied 1 by 2. Now C1 upon C2 minus 8 upon minus 9 means 8 by 9. Okay. So first ratio 1 by 2, B1 upon B2 1 by 2, C1 upon C2 8 by 9. Look here. First two are equal, third one not equal. So our answer will be inconsistent. Okay, you understand how to give answer? Every time get all three ratios in simplest form. Remember, simplest form must be there, otherwise your answer can be wrong. Okay, after getting simplest form, whatever cutting, whatever sign remove, everything should be done. After that only compare them, which one is applicable. Okay, now remaining. Okay, I just look at number 3 also. There is a fraction but not different. Now look at number 3. Okay, third. Would have given 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y equal to or minus 7 equal to 0. Then 9x minus 10y minus 14 equal to 0. Nothing is new, only fraction is given there in coefficient. Now we find 1 by 1, 3 by 2 upon 9. Okay, so this denominator comes here. Understand? No? This is different. These both are different things. Denominator here go in numerator. So it become 27 by 2. And it becomes 3 upon 18. Why? Here 2 by 9 in fraction. Here only 9 in denominator. Here 2 by 9 in denominator. Here only 9. So both are different. Don't mix up that. Okay? So it becomes 3 upon 18. 3 upon 18. How? 2 comes here. So 2 9 is 18. So it becomes 1 by 6. Okay. So first ratio we got 1 by 6. Now B1 upon B2. It will be 5 upon 3 upon minus 10. Okay. So it becomes 5 upon minus 30. So it will become 1 upon minus 6. Either minus and here or here. Anyway. All are same. Okay. Now it is enough because first two are unequal, but they told us to find third ratio also, so we are going to find that also. It it is 1 by 2 become plus and 7 to the 14. Now look, first two are unequal. So write down A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. Therefore, given pair of linear equation is consistent. You understand? Okay, all are found in simplest form. Then we look there which one is applicable here. First one, because first two are unequal. Sign is different. No? Sign is different. That's why they are not equal. Otherwise, not look at value only. Sign must be considered. Okay, so consistent. Okay. Now fourth and fifth same way in homework. So third, fourth, and fifth in homework. Okay. Textbook we are talking about exercise 3.2. Okay. No graph is there. Just algebraic questions are there. Here only one thing is new. Fraction is given. If fraction is given here also, then you just not given that way, so I am not explaining that. Suppose anywhere given this types of, I just talking extra. Suppose anywhere you came across this types of sum, then what to do? Just this way, multiply this fraction by inverse. Instead of division, inverse denominator and put in multiply. Denominator inverse is done and put in multiply, so it becomes 9 upon 10. Okay, if anywhere you come across fraction upon fraction, then you have to make multiplication sign and denominators inverse reciprocal. Okay, now look at number 4. Which of the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent? If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. So again, same types of question repeat. But if consistent, we have to find that solution graphically also. So right now, we just decide whether it is consistent or not. Okay. So in fourth also, same point repeat. So fourth first, just look. Okay, both equations I just write here. X plus y minus 5 equal to 0. 2x plus 2y minus 10 equal to 0. So a1 upon a2 equal to 1 upon 2. b1 upon b2 equal to also 1 upon 2. c1 upon c2 equal to minus 5 upon 10 equal to also 1 by 2. So which condition applied? A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2. So second condition. So consistent. Pair of linear equation is consistent. And now in case you have to go ahead also to draw graph also, but right now we exclude that part. But how to decide consistent or inconsistent, that we know. Okay, so same way, you just give answer of first, second, third, and fourth also. In home. Just like that, only give answer consistent or inconsistent. Okay, same way. If sign is even different, then they are different. Suppose 1 by 2 is here and minus 1 by 2 is here, then they are not equal. They are different. Okay. So keep in mind that also. Now look at main question number 5. Okay, I just remove this portion. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meters more than its width is say 36 meter. Find the dimension of the girl. First of all, understand the question. There is a complex statement. Complex statement means you know. In English, there are three types of statement: simple, compound, and complex. Why I am telling this part in mathematics? Because at this point, I want to clarify that many of students make mistake here. Okay, simple means simple. Suppose this is a marker, that is simple. Okay. Suppose I say this is a marker and this is pen. These are pages. Then it is compound. Suppose I mix that statement, then it will be complex. I say this is the marker whose color is black is mine. This is the marker whose color is black is mine. Is complex. Okay. This marker whose color is black is mine. Okay. Now this is a subordinate clause, you know. Not main clause, subordinate clause. Whether it is adjective clause, adverb clause, whatever. Maybe I cannot go in deep, but this is subordinate clause. So you just keep it separate. So one meaningful statement can be formed by this part and this part. This marker is mine. Okay, its color is black. So I can make here two separate statements. Out of complex statement, I can make two simple statements. How? Just remove this part, subordinate clause. So this marker is mine. Okay, its color is black. Full stop. So you understand this point? Why I am teaching English right now? Again I tell you, most of student has problem in maths also to understand, to get complex statement. That's why I just allowed my maths time towards English. Okay. Now understand that question. Half the perimeter of rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than its width is 36. So again, I just writing that whole question and I will again divide it complex sentence into two simple statements. Okay. So same way, I again write that statement. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than its width. Is 36 meter. Now you can identify that subordinate clause whose length is 4 meter more than its width. Adjective clause. What type of rectangle? Rectangles describe or attribute more about that rectangular garden. What type of rectangle? Adjective. This is it. So now just I join this part and this part. Okay. So there will be two different statements. Half perimeter. Just bypass this part. Bypass this part. Join first and last part. Half perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 meter. Full stop. First independent statement. Whose length is? So right now rectangle's length is, whose means what? Rectangle. Is 4 meter more than its breadth. Second statement with full stop. Okay. So I hope you understand how to convert complex statement into two independent simple statement then only you understand what is the matter. Okay? So, now not look at that. Look this statement. What we have to suppose? We have to suppose length and breadth. Obviously, whenever rectangle is there, we have to suppose length and breadth. So suppose length is x. Dimension means what? Length and breadth. So suppose length and breadth. Otherwise, only first of all length. Length is x meter because everywhere meter is given, and breadth is y meter. Okay. Now, after getting or supposition, use one statement. So this is the first statement. Okay. So I just use first statement. Okay. So I suppose written here this statement. So according to that statement, what I have to form here, half perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 meter. So first of all, you know what is the perimeter. I just remove that homework, today's homework. You mark it. Perimeter's formula is 2l plus b. But half perimeter means what? Divide by 2. Okay. So half perimeter becomes only l plus b. Okay. So half perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 meter. Then write down in between here what? L plus b, x plus y equal to 36, equation number 1 after writing first statement. Why? Perimeter's formula is there, but perimeter's half, so 2 cancel out. Now, look at this statement. You have to write it here, then write here equation. Rectangle's length is, so length x is equal to, okay, auxiliary verb are there, write down equal to 4 meter more, 4 meter more. Keep your space. More than what? Its breadth. Fine. Look that. Okay. So just in appropriate form, variable left side, constant number right side, second number. Okay. So we got both equations this way. Okay. First statement written here, second here. According to that, okay, and you understand that my English portion also, I hope. Okay. Now nothing is new. Just prepare table and draw graph. But right now only you have to prepare table only at this point. Okay. So I just try to complete it because it is very simple. Okay. So write down first one, x plus y equal to 36, x minus y equal to 4. Now either x or y, any one. So 36 minus x. I have to suppose, sorry, y. I have to suppose y. Right side variable to be supposed. But if I suppose 1, then x will be 35, quite longer. So I just go at half. I just going at half. Half of 36 is 80. So I just suppose y near to 80 so that x becomes smaller. Okay. So suppose I suppose 17, 18, 19 like this. Why I just go there? Because if you suppose one variable smaller, then obviously second one will be longer, larger. We want to avoid that. So I go directly at 70. So x equal to 36 minus 70. So equal to 90. Okay. Now if y equal to 80, x equal to 36 minus 80. 80. If y equal to 90, then x equal to 36 minus 90, 70. Okay. So x and y you will get this way. Okay. Prepare table. So x, y we suppose 17, 18, 19. So we got here 19, 18, 70. Likewise here also. Just make subject to x because y is negative. So just set it there. So y plus 4. Here also you can suppose right side variable y. So if y equal to 1, I suppose you 1, 2, 3 only. No need to just like that. So x equal to 1 plus 4, 5. Okay. If y equal to 2, x equal to 2 plus 4, 6. If y equal to 3, x equal to 3 plus 4, 7. So that table will be like that. Y is 1, 2, 3. X are 5, 6, 7. Okay. So after table we just solve our sum. Then it go to graph. Okay. Then only you get answer. Now we are not getting answer in a single sum. Because after graph only we can give answer. No substitution, no elimination method. Only graphical method is there. So we just skip that part for time. Okay. So that is the part. Just this is you understand how to convert complex into two simple statement, and after getting that, how to use one by one and getting equation. After getting equation, subject any one variable, suppose right side variable, get left side and prepare that. At least 3 points are required. Okay, so accordingly you have to go ahead. Today only I given you 5 summing opera. In second 2 sum, in third also. I just repeat again. In second 4, 5. Sorry. In second 2, 3. Okay. In third 4, 5. Okay. So this 4 sum are in order. Thank you. Now 1 minute, just we have little time, so I just give you for next sums hint if possible. Okay, now next sum is number 6. Given the linear equation 2x plus 3y equal minus 8, write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometrical representation of the pair so form is intersecting line, parallel line, coincident lines. So 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0 given. Okay, and we have to give all 3 answers. First equation is given, we have to find second equation. So that pair become intersecting, pair become parallel, and pair become coincident. I just rub all these conditions. You just look at 47 page number in textbook. For intersecting line, first 2 ratios must be unequal. First 2 ratios must be unequal. So suppose I write here 4x. Then I should not write here 6, but instead of 6 I can write anything. Okay, this is double, this is not double. Okay, so its ratio become 2 by 4, means 1 by 2, it is not 1 by 2. You can write here anything, no problem, anyone. As you want you can write here. But intersecting lines means first 2 ratio must be unequal. So anyway, thousands of answers can be written, so no fixed answer is there, but according to that condition you have to write. Why? Because here first 2 must be unequal. Intersecting part, this is the condition. Okay. Now parallel lines. For parallel line, first 2 must be equal. First 2 must be equal. Third one should not be equal. Okay. So I just try to make it thrice. So 2 3s are 6. Then here also thrice, 3 3s are 9. But this should not be thrice. Otherwise, all 3 becomes equal. So suppose I write 10. Any number you can write. But here, if you write 3 times, then here also 3 times. So now look at 2 upon 3. Okay? Sorry, 2 3 is 6. I make here 3 times. So 2 3 is 6, 3 3 is 9. So 2 by 6, 1 by 3, 3 by 9, 1 by 3, but this is not 1 by 3. It is something else. You understand? Now third one. Coincident line. In coincident line, all should be equal. All three ratios should be equal. So if you make double to first one, then all should be double. All should be 3 times. All should be 5 times. Suppose I make here 4 times. 2 4s are 8x. 3 4s are 12y. 8 4s are 32. You understand? This and this. All three ratios will be equal. Why? I here made 4 times. Here also 4 times. Here also 4 times. It's same. So all three will be equal. Here first 2 will be equal because third is different. Here first 2 are unequal. Not look at third one. Okay. So according to condition, you have to give one example of second equation. First equation remains same only as it given. As it is, that remains same. Second, you have to change so that different conditions can be. Okay, so hope you understand. No fixed answer. Don't try to memorize. You can give your own answer also. Many thousands of millions of billions of answers can be given. Okay, so just understand that according to condition. Okay, only one sum is left, and that is graphical. So I hope now we just declare our third equation over here, but textual means exercise part, example, few example, and objective questions declared. So from next day, tomorrow, we will start either example or objective.